You got a problem with this move?
I think it's a typical Colt move. I mean, here's a team that needed a franchise quarterback. There were two out there. They have a chance at two. They don't take them. They end up coming back into the picture to get Trent Dilfer. They take an outside linebacker, not even a true outside linebacker. Somebody has to learn coverage in Trev Alberts. They have Coriat. They have Harad. They do have a hole that developed with the release of Dwayne Bickett. But to pass up a Trent Dilfer when all you have is Jim Harbaugh, give me a break. That's why the Colts are picking second every year in the draft, not battling for the Super Bowl like other clubs in the National Football League.
Who in the hell is Mel Kiper? My neighbor has more credentials than Mel Kiper, and my neighbor's supposed.
What do you want to cover first, our players?
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Rise and grind. Rise and grind, everybody, on this. Feels like Monday because I was off yesterday. Tuesday, Taco Tuesday today. I'm all messed up. I had tacos on Saturday. Don't ask me. Anyway, rise and grind, everybody. Game time, Brian, otherwise known as the mailman. Yes, the mailman. Mailman dressed to work inside right now. Good morning, everybody. Sit here on a Tuesday, 2 days before the NFL draft, and we have a busy schedule ahead. Yes, we do. I did my mock draft. I kept saying 4.0. That was actually my final, but my fifth mock draft. Yes, it was my fifth mock draft. Listen, the Dallas trade that I did when I dropped from 11 to 13, again, if Dallas makes a move, it'll be something like that. I don't know anything regarding that particular move. Everything else I predicted, though, I've gotten tidbits and I've taken info from people I trust. I'm glad I waited to do it. Check it out. I think it's going to be surprisingly accurate how this breaks down. Unfortunately, for teams that are looking for edge rushers, you're going to have to move up. And moving up in this draft is at a premium because there's not a lot of there's not a lot of guys. I mean, the first half of the draft, the first 15 picks, you want to get up in there, it might cost you. Now, Dallas, when I did my trade back from a 12 to 14, it was a fourth round pick. I believe, I think the difference between 12 and 14 was 160. So maybe a little, the value was 100 and something, 150. So yeah, I mean, Dallas could get more, but Dallas, again, as long as you know you're getting a guy that you want, then I would say to get that fourth round pick. That's what I would be trying to do. I don't know that they're really going to do that. The Pittsburgh Steelers, that comes from good information, trying to move down. Yes, they are not into the Shedeur Sanders. New Orleans is definitely out on Sanders. I'll be shocked if they do a 180. The Giants, Jesse Montanez, the Giants are having a power struggle right now. The scouts and Joe Shane, want Shedeur Sanders. Ryan Daboll, not so much. So, at least at one. Daboll may be okay with it if they draft him later. If I'm the Giants, I think Shane does that move. Okay? Steelers get their third round pick back and then some. But look for the Steelers to move down, whether it's with the Giants or Cleveland. Again, it's a guesstimate, it's really tough, but Daboll can't complain. Maybe you bring in Sanders. Again, I like Will Howard, but it doesn't look like Will Howard's going to go in the first round. You could get him in the second. Trader Chris, ultimately, we knew that's where we were going, right? We had to take our time to get there, brother. But tonight, big show tonight. I got to make sure I get my rest in after I get home. 9 o'clock Eastern, we got Cop Hizzle Pizzle's in the house tonight. Pizzle's in the house representing the New York Football Giants. We'll ask him what he thinks. I'll give him my opinion. We have Philly 500. What up? Philly 500, Washington Township's own, in the house tonight, as well as the Godfather, Mark Holmes. I may bring Momo in for a few minutes, but I'm getting a lot of people who don't want to hear Momo. So maybe we'll bring him in just for the last 15 minutes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. You know what I'm saying? But circling back to the beginning here, there's a lot of smoke screens, but what I'm mainly interested in when it comes to this draft is to see who drops. Siobhan Rivell dropping. Alfred Collins, defensive tackle out of Texas, linked to the Cowboys in the 3rd round, may drop because of injuries. Again, when you're talking about a 3rd round pick, it's less value, but still in top 100 pick. So you need to do your due diligence on that pick. So it'll be interesting to see the medicals. Again, they're not really, the public is not really privy to all the details and the medicals. We're going to get some info on Thursday about some of these players. As we get closer, I'm feeling like I need to be there, I know Ultra Cowboy's going to Dallas. He's going to have a fun time at Miller Lite Plaza. That's going to be fun. But I feel like I need to be there on scene. That's just but it'll be fun streaming. I got the stream set up for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I got to leave work early on Saturday. Yes, I'm going to have to leave work early on Saturday, so we'll see. I'll be a zombie Friday. Oh well, it is what it is. Make do of it is what we're going to have to do, is make the best out of it. So, that's about it. I mean, again, you're hearing late news, but nothing too egregious. If I'm an Eagle fan, you're looking at Donovan Jackson, Malachi Starks, and maybe one of the edge rushers if they fall. But unfortunately for the Eagles, the edge rushers are going like hotcakes. Do you want a Jihad Campbell? I kind of think you would go in a different direction. But looking at some of the guys I had in the top of the 2nd round, Luther Burden and Egbuka are available. Now, the only thing I would say is teams could trade into the 1st round to draft those players. I do not see the teams that are there drafting those players. I don't. It's a defensive 1st round, big time. The draft don't start until Giants, but I think Giants are going to take Abdul Carter, but I think New England. New England is another power struggle. Another power struggle with New England. Their mind's telling them Jalen Walker. Their mind. Their mind is saying, take Jalen. He's a beast. Oh my God, Micah Parsons. That's what everybody wants. Sorry, trolls. That's what teams are looking for. The next Micah Parsons. Only he's held to a standard that not many players are. He leads the sack total. I mean, he's far and away more precious in sacks since the first snap he's taken in the NFL. For a guy that we really didn't know what kind of player he was going to be coming out. He's been a big success. Is he perfect? No. Is he an all-around guy? No. But, again, there's been many of those guys over the year, but he's a special pass rusher. So everybody's trying to get the next Micah Parsons. So, they want Jalen Walker, but Drake May and their GM and everybody's like, well, maybe we can get Will Campbell. Maybe we can coach him up. Maybe he's not going to be a bust. I think ultimately, they go Will Campbell and they go and, they get somebody, an edge rusher, or somebody, Landon Jackson or somebody at the top of the second, because there's going to be pass rushers there. Human Yalen at Ole Miss. Yeah, there's going to be edge rushers there. It's just more of a second-round talented guy. So I think that's the route they're going to go. Just can't wait. I can't wait. Any questions you want me to ask Pizzle for the Giants, put it in the comments now. Any questions you want me to ask Philly 500, put it in the comments now. Please. Put it in the comments. I'm going to try and get a nap. But normally when I try and get naps, when I go home from work and stuff, I'm up at 4:45. It don't happen. But with the power of the liquid gold, the tumblers are almost gone. If you want a tumbler, go get you one. These are high-end tumblers, people. Go support Game Time. Game Time Brian, powered by the liquid gold. Man always delivers. That's what it says, baby. High quality item, cheap. Go get it on the merch shop. Link on my YouTube page. But yes, as I get to work, please, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch my final mock draft. I took pride in that one. Like the other ones, I try and switch it up on purpose. This is what I truly believe can happen. I'm basically predicting the first round. So I have the picture of it. You guys feel free. It's on tape. Go watch it. You go watch it and take a screenshot of what I predicted and let me know how I did. If it's bad, it's bad. I mean, I'll be the first one to admit that I missed the boat. But I believe in children. Oh, sorry. I believe that edge rusher and defensive tackle are going to overwhelmingly dominate the first round of this draft. So that whole thing was out. We can get a good defensive tackle in the second round. Yeah, if you don't take one in the first round, you might as well wait till the third round. That's kind of how I look. I'd rather go with a Schlesinger at 44, or if Travion Henderson is there, that would be a dream scenario. I really would. But my question is, if Schlesinger and Henderson are there, if Schlesinger and Judkins are there, who are you taking? I mean, Schlesinger's going to be there, right? But we'll see about the other two. So I think they would probably go with the running back. Assuming they don't go Hampton in round 1, I believe that they go Travion Henderson or Judkins in round 2. Judkins did yuck it up with Jerry Jones at the Star, so it can happen. Sorry, I'm backing up. But I'll talk to everybody tonight. Like a glove.